Hey guys, well today I've got another Bison gear product that I'm throwing on the Jeep. Yeah, this white blasting thing behind me here, pretty hot today. Whew. Anyway, today I'm swapping out my trail racks for Bison gear's external Molle in the back window. The difference between these two? Let's try that again. Now we've got people using their weed eaters and everything behind me. Perfect timing. So anyway, Bison gear, exterior Molle, trail racks. They're quite the units. I really like how Bison gear is a little lighter. And they come with real nice sleeves for the hardtop where the clasps go. This trail racks has completely destroyed my hardtop. I'll show you that now.
Yeah, I don't know. So you can see it's disintegrated where the mount and the rubber is worn into the hardtop, and it's also worn through the top here. So yeah, hopefully the rubber provided will eliminate that.
But same concept. 4 different mounting points you can put your stuff on. Bison gear has provided everything. I'll walk you through the install process. Very simple. 16 bolts, cut some rubber for your gutters, and you're in business. So without further ado, let's get to it.
All right, so let's get to this. So I was going through the box and there were no instructions. So I will lay it out for you very easily. You've got your top portion here. This is your adjustment side. I'm really sorry about the city cutting that grass. If you can hear it, I'll try and edit that out. Anyway, you've got your smaller bolts and your longer bolts. You're gonna be using the smaller ones for this. So hopefully you can see this. So this piece here is gonna go through this slot like so. It slides in nicely and you can just kind of hand thread them in there to get yourself started. I'll do the same over here, as I said, through the hole and under, and they've got riv nuts on the other side, so they are threaded for you, so no nuts and bolts, just right in there. Okay, perfect. Cool thing is, I'll probably pull this back off, is it's got the mounting points on the tops here for shovels, etc., whatever you want to put on. It also comes with some other attachments. I'm not 100% certain yet. I'll figure it out. I'm thinking it's probably some sort of clasping mechanism for something. I don't know. Like I said, I'll figure it out and I will let you all know, because I have absolutely no idea. All I know is it does go up there. The nice thing with this that set it apart from my trail racks unit is they come with rubber gaskets for your hardtop. Now, as I mentioned, the trail racks wore right through my hardtop. It's disintegrated, which has now made it loose, which is rather problematic. So thank you, Bison gear. Okay, and here we have our bottom attachments, which just kind of sit on the outside. You will use the shorter ones again, and they just thread in. But you're not gonna wanna put these ones on yet. That'll be the last step. For now, we're gonna go over to the Jeep and line up where this goes. We'll pre-cut these, place them, and get to installing it. Okay, as I mentioned, you'll just wanna preemptively slide the tops in just to make sure that everything's gonna fit where it should. You will find if you have the Rhino rack backbone system, it does get a little bit tight, but that's quite all right. You can just tap it in with a mallet. Okay, so once you get your placement where it's covering your windows, everything, you're gonna wanna take your little rubber pieces. We're going to just kind of line them up where they need to go. So I get an idea and I just kind of place them up like that. And I will then remove the unit. As I mentioned, a rubber mallet is very handy to have in these situations because these top ones are not just plastic that goes over. They actually have some aluminum guides inside that kind of lock it in place so it won't slide away on you. That is great. Now I have an awning, so it's a real pain to get the hammer in there, but let's try it with the left hand, shall we? Let's have a laugh. All right, I'll just give it the old college try there. There we go. Okay. All right. So now I hope you can see that these are pressed on there. Let me get in a little bit closer. I've just pressed them on. And we will go ahead and put the Bison gear unit back on. Now this is where I mentioned you might need to coax the unit on a little bit because it needs a little bit of added help to get down in there between the backbone system and rubber that's there. They'll say the other side was a lot easier with the awning there. Not quite sure. I might have to get a stool so I can get up there a bit higher to really kind of knock that in there. Oh, there we are. This side's going to be a little more difficult. So I'll just do the same thing. I'll kind of pull it down a bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now, these pieces go on the bottom. As I mentioned, they just go on the outside, but we're going to want to put the other rubber kind of in line with where the holes are. It's too bad these are a little bit wider, so it's not going to hide the wear from the trail racks unit, but that's okay. Right, and again on this side, I don't tighten it all the way. I leave it a little loose so you've got some room to move it around so you're not cross-threading anything. And then once you're in, you just kind of give it a little push up so it's nice and tight. And tighten your, I was going to tell you the Allen key sides, but there you have it. Okay, bottom is now secure. Now we move to back up to the top. Now, for the top, there's some holes here, so I just kind of give it a little snug up and make sure that that's in there. Now I might give this just one more or 6 more little hits, and then I'll snug this one up. And I'll do the same thing on this side, just give it a little pull up so it's nice and snug. Same thing on the back side. And as you're tightening it, it kind of pulls it away from the Jeep, so don't be alarmed if it is touching, because you can see now it's not even tight yet and it is off of the material. Move her up a little bit more. Now, being aluminum, you guys, after install, I'd say after you hit some roads, maybe come back, give it a little tighten, make sure everything's secure still. But man, look at that. That looks so good on there. And you get a little extra window protection. Here, let's take a closer look. Bison gear. Nice touch. Man, that looks sharp. Pretty low profile to the Jeep. Not touching. Ignore that. I just stuck that on there. Not touching. Nice. Secure. I really like that. That's a nice addition. You have so much more room for things. We'll see once I put some weight on these, but they seem to be tough. They should handle it well. Yeah, I'll take it out for a little rip on the road this weekend and report back how it's holding up. Another super simple install. Check out this video. I mean, it'll be pretty helpful for you for installing. Took me a couple minutes to kind of figure out how to put a couple of the mounts on. I'm just gonna reach out to Bison Gear, find out exactly what these pieces are for. It looks the only place is that has the same bolt hole diameter is on the top of those mounts. So I imagine it's something for accessory or whatever, but it seems pretty secure. But I just want to reach out, confirm that it's not a crucial piece before I start adding any weight onto it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in to Destination to Nowhere. Go check out Bison Gear. They've got tons of stuff for Jeeps, Toyotas, Lexus, Toyota, Grenadiers, all sorts of things. You've seen my table in the back, or maybe not. I've got to get that video released. But it's incredible, all height adjustable, much better than my previous one. But yeah, stay tuned for more from them, I'm sure. They've got, lots of products always in development, and I'm hoping I get to trial them out for them in the future. I'll add a link to Bison Gear, and I'll also add a link to where you can get the exterior Molle panels for the JLU. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye.